All right, so okay, we're live on YouTube.
All right, I'm gonna give me a hit live on Facebook. Oh wait, we gotta go here. Webinar meeting. There we go. All right, I'm gonna hit live on Facebook. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Good morning. Since it's like 10 seconds ahead of us. 21 seconds. Man. There we go. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
And we're live.
Live. We need our little board.
Oh, what is that called?
Clapboard. Our thing.
I used to know.
Happy
Happy Thursday.
Yep. Coffee and questions. Today's topic.
Content themes. Oh
Yeah.
man, we already have so many viewers on. Look at you guys. That's exciting. That feels so good.
I have to actually pull up on my phone. I can split screen and see on my screen, but I'll pull up on my phone so I can monitor as well.
Oh, so
we're giving everybody just a few seconds to get on. Hopefully you have your notifications turned on. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you're on Facebook, be sure to subscribe to notifications so that way you get the link.
Savita said, there you are. Clearly acknowledging the fact that we were a little late this morning.
It's the
technicalities.
Yep.
Thank you, Savita. Thank you. Mwah. Edith, good morning. Mary Alice, good morning. Deanne, good morning. We'll be in touch later this afternoon. You were actually the topic of our pre-coffee and questions conversation, and it was all good. All good. Content themes are fun. I really like them. Just spoiler alert, I do enjoy them.
I do too. For me, it makes it so much easier. You know, we're all about shortcuts, and to me, having a content theme is definitely a shortcut. It makes me not have to think as hard about, okay, what am I going to post? So when I've already got that part planned out, so who already has a content theme, who knows what we're talking about? I was going to say, we tackled this in our Take Action training series and had a full hour on the discussion. We actually have made that available to you for free. So we're going to touch on some things here, but if you want to know more, you can go watch the whole thing. We've made it free for you.
Yeah, Julie stole my intro, or I should say segue, but if you have a content theme, because I know several of you were with us throughout the Take Action training workshops, so you do know what a content theme is, and you went through our what, why, and how to create your own content theme training. Let us know what yours is in the chat so that you can inspire some others, because we're not going to talk. Well, we'll talk about a few examples of what a content theme looks like, but this is going to be more high level for the sake of time. But if you already know what your content theme is because you've been with us for a while, we would love to see your work in the comments. So, and if you don't know what a content theme is, don't be shy. Let us know that too.
Exactly. As long as you may not have had one yet, you may not realize that you do have one. So if you don't know what it is, you may already be practicing this to a point. So,
sure.
Yep. If you're here on replay, do hashtag replay and let us know. Still say hi. So, and we do get these comments, so you can always ask a question, even if it's on replay.
Exactly. And I'm sharing this on my profile. If you guys feel inclined, feel free to share it. If you have team members, downline, upline, or just anybody who has a small business that could use a little bit of marketing expertise, We would love it if you would share this video. So a content theme, Julie Herndon, the Julie Herndon. What is a content theme?
Basically, so read, so this might give the aha for people. So read Savita's, Nikki Brooks comments really quick, because she sort of, that, I think that will help people to understand.
Oh, you want me to read it out loud?
I was sharing to my feed as well.
Okay. Gotcha.
So Savita, so anybody that's not here, Savita has been with us for quite a long while. She is an active take action type person. Let me see if I can go back and find it. If you can't find
I've got it. Yeah, I've got it. All right. So and she has the 5 F's. I just want to say that that's really cute. But if you can't think of 5 F's or 5 C's or whatever, they don't have to match. The first letter doesn't have to match. But hers happened to, and it's really cute. So faith, finance, fun, fitness, and family. How nice is that? And those, a content theme is essentially, that's her theme. She builds all of her content across all of her social media platforms around those 5 F's. And why the heck would you want to do that when Savita is the go-to girl for finance? She's a finance pro. That's because I feel like we've talked about this a lot, but you tend to turn people off. People tend to scroll right past your content when it's only about one thing, especially when it's only about that one thing that you monetize on. So she is a, like I mentioned, she's a fitness or finance professional and a finance coach. But by adding her faith, by adding fun elements, by adding her fitness journey and her family aspects to it, she keeps people engaged. And as we've talked about time after time after time, keeping people engaged is how you keep the algorithm working in your favor. It's how you get more people to see your content.
Exactly. So to summarize, basically, a content theme is basically the 4 or 5 areas of big buckets, if you will, of content that you're going to post that are centered around your target market. Okay. Your content is supposed to be about them, not you. Okay. So whoever you are trying to attract, that is the type of content that you're putting out. This is the content that, we talk about our MVP strategy. This is the content that you're casting the net with. Okay. It's not your promo content necessarily all the time. It is what your target market would be interested in. So Savita says, so if she's in finance, she does teaching how to build your credit, how to get out of debt, those kinds of things. So family, lots of people that are in that type of, everybody has a credit score. Okay. So we might want to raise it. Let's see, what was it? Faith. So that's something that's near and dear to her. So she's looking for like people. She is, we say all the time to be the face of your business. So you're bringing in, people do business with people. They want to get to know you. So if that's something important to you, it's important to her. That's the type of things that she puts out. Who doesn't need a little fun in their life? I'm trying to remember what the other ones are. Fun, entertaining type posts, those are really they don't put people off. Okay. So she's casting her net with the fun. Obviously the finance checks the box for what she does for a living. And I'm at a loss at what the other F one was.
Exactly. So the MVP in Savita, as we mentioned, she's been with us for a while. She threw her content theme right out there for us to use as an example. But it goes back to the MVP, right? So our strategy is to not just post about your business all the time. And that is where a content theme helps you. And not only does it help you just not post about your business, but I approved 7 people to join our group right before we came in. If you guys are watching this and you see us, welcome. We're so glad to have you in our community. But the number one thing, I saw it in almost everybody's entry questions. I don't know what to post. I'm at a loss of things to post. I don't know what content people want to see. any of those three things are at the top of your mind, and my bet is they are, it's because you don't have a content theme and you're trying to post only about your niche. So broadening that net, as Julie has been using very, very poetically. I love that metaphor. But widening your net with these complementary things that help people get to know, like, and trust you, um, helps kind of bring people into your realm, so that when you're posting content surrounding the things that make you money, it's not overwhelming and in their face, and it's not a turn off.
Exactly. So again, your content isn't always about you. It's really about who you're posting for. So building that content around them will showcase who you are and create that attraction marketing. So basically, you want to really get to know who your customer is. Who are you trying to attract? It's not the whole how many ever billion people are out there. You know, you are looking for a very specific target market, and putting that content out for them that's going to attract them is what you're looking to do with this content theme.
Exactly. And we've had a few other people share theirs. Deanne, of course, she's been with us for a while. So hers are joy, fun, beach life, mindset, leadership, family, and self-love. So I think the joy, fun, and the beach life kind of go together, is why she put it in the same bullet. And I like that. So that broadens things. And who doesn't like to see, beachy stuff and someone enjoying the beach lifestyle on their social media feeds? I don't know anybody, because as we've talked about quite a lot, people go to social media to escape. So even if they don't live at the beach, they will enjoy the content surrounding that. Edith says hers are faith, self-love, makeup and skincare, and then of course MVP. Thank you for that.
We might have to take a segue just a second for the people that are new here that don't understand the MVP. We've been talking about it a ton, but basically, again, so many people on the entry questions, again, engagement is the one of the top things that people are striving for. So MVP is a way to get engagement. So it is, motivational type posts. Again, it's posts that are not all about you and your products. Okay, it's about them. So, and it's just, a great feed. So just
exactly. Well, so we can talk about mine, for instance, and then I think maybe real estate would be good, because that's real estate to me is the perfect example of where people get hung up, because you have a very specific need, and there's a very specific season in your life when you need a real estate agent. But that doesn't mean that if you are a real estate agent, you don't need to be visible all the time. So mine, for instance, so marketing strategist, but obviously mompreneurship is kind of heavy on my feed, my family, because I have a really cute kid who seems to be doing something new and adorable every day. I used to live at the beach, but now I just kind of flaunt the Florida lifestyle because, I like Florida. And then, a little bit of fitness and self-care. I used to be really heavy into the fitness, but with the whole mom thing, it's kind of taking a more self-care tangent. But those are kind of the ones that I build my content around when I'm posting on at That Marketing Mom or on my profile. And then, socially inclined, we have a little bit more marketing tips, marketing strategy. We do a little self-care and personal motivation and things like that as well. But the content bucket, can shift a little depending on what persona you're taking on in social media.
Exactly. Work-life balance is another one that we are shifting to a little bit more, because it's, for the entrepreneurs that we attract, it's a lot of times it's all or nothing. They're struggling with balancing all the things.
Mm-hmm.
That's a new bucket we've been touching on.
Exactly. So someone like a real estate agent or a bankruptcy attorney, I can think of probably 4 or 5 of them where those aren't glamorous or fun. I guess a real estate agent could be glamorous depending on, but they have seasons, you know. No one is buying a house 365 days of the year, I hope, or selling their house 365 days of the year, the way someone would be interested in yoga basically every day out of the year, or skincare and makeup and things like that. So those are a little more challenging, but that's just where you kind of have to get creative with what you like to do as a real estate agent. So you could throw things in there. Obviously, you would have home buying and home selling tips and techniques and value adds and things like that. That would be a content bucket for you. But you could also throw in complementary things like interior design, or maybe like entertaining ideas. Those are always fun because, you know, you make the move from an apartment to a house and you want to entertain, or interior design or exterior design, how to like spruce up a backyard space and things like that. Those would be examples of like a complementary content bucket for a real estate agent that would help you keep the attention of an audience who doesn't need you all the time. And that's really the key, right? Is you want to stay on people's radar in a really nice way so that when they're ready for your service, they know who to go to.
Exactly. And with real estate agents, that is highly referral based as well. So if you are casting that net again to people, you know, you can't just put, I have this for sale, I have this for sale, I have this for sale. If someone's not buying at that moment, they scroll right by. So they're not getting the opportunity to see that complementary content. The complementary content is what's going to keep them coming back and keep the algorithm showing your content. So they can't buy a home from you if they don't see your content. So your content has to be surrounded around them, even if they're not buying a home at the moment. Something else that's complementary to them would be family things to do in your community, life hacks. Everyone can, like, just the fun, you know, I'm 0 days old. I did, you know, those type posts of, you know, the did you know type things that everyone can use. That just sets yourself up as being, you know, the forefront of showcasing what you know, and then you're there when they're ready to buy the home.
Exactly. Perfect.
Oh, and the referrals, I do want to say, but since I touched on that, obviously, if you're showing up and you're not alienating people, not necessarily real estate agents, but anybody that sells anything, if it's all about your products, you're sort of alienating them because they don't want to be sold to. That's not what people come to social media for. They come for entertaining, for networking, for, you know, community. So they're not coming to be sold to 100%. So, and again, by posting that content that's likable content, and you're showing up if you're a real estate agent and you do post that home, and I happen to see it, and I know my friend Susie is looking for that content, that type of home or whatever, I'm going to refer that over to her. So, but that can't happen if your content's not being seen. So the way to get your content seen is with these other complementary content buckets or pillars.
Exactly.
You may have heard them called content pillars. This is the same thing.
For sure. Edith has a win. I love this feedback. So she changed niches. We get that a lot. We actually have people reach out to us when they're getting ready to change niches, a little bit freaked out. But she changed from health and fitness to makeup and skincare because she couldn't work out very much anymore. And she thought it was going to be hard to change, but it really hasn't been because she swapped out her content. And she's attributing the ease of that to the MVP strategy. So, woo.
Exactly. I mean, it is daunting to think that, okay, I need to post how many ever times a day? We suggest, you know, 2 or 3 times a day. And if every post had to be on niche and about you and whatever you sell, that is hard. So, but when you're doing it correctly, it makes it easier because it's about them. It's things they would be interested in. If, you know, it's sharing the article that, you know, is whatever that pertains to your market. So it's really kind of, people have a lot of aha moments when it comes to content themes, and it just really opens up a lot of ease for managing social media.
Exactly. So, in summary, a content theme is going to help you plan your content better because you're going to have these buckets that you can build content around. One of them is going to be about your niche specifically, and that would be, Savita threw out there staging your home. For a real estate agent, that would be straight up real estate agent content. So that would go in that bucket. But then the other content would be the complementary content that's going to keep people engaged. Also, having a content theme helps you target your message. It can be so easy to fall into the trap of, how do I say, like rambling or just kind of missing the mark with your content, which I saw a few of those this morning too on the entry. Like, I don't feel like people are appreciating what I'm putting out. And if that's true, then it just means you need to kind of come in with a theme, because that theme will help you. You're going to define it based off of who your ideal client is, and it's going to hone your voice so that it's speaking to the right person every single time. So targeting your message.
And they're going to appreciate it. Sorry, they're going to appreciate it a whole lot more when it's about them and not you.
Exactly.
If that makes sense. So everybody wants it to, it's going to be more eye-opening to them. It's going to get the algorithm working for you too. Okay, go.
For sure. And then finally, I find that it helps people be more creative because you're only working within 3 to 5 things instead of just like a dizzying world of things that you could post about. You can actually be more creative because you have a thing to work from, or you have a subject to start with, instead of just sitting down to that awful blank create post and like just you're like, what the heck do I say?
Yep.
So the content theme will help with your creativity too. And those 3 things I think are worth, watching this short little coffee and questions with us. But more importantly, spending the 15-20 minutes that you need after this to kind of come up with the content theme, or to refine your content theme if you feel like you need to do that.
Yeah. And a little pro tip. So a lot of people you'll see, they may build their content. They all have buckets, but then they'll also sort of center them around days. So like if you were in the fitness, you might have Wellness Wednesday, and that sort of anchors that, that type of post. You might have Savita has fun for hers. It might be Fun Friday, or, Social Saturday, who knows, but tying them to a day too. It seems a little more restricting, but it also, it fixes the blinking cursor of death. So trying to figure that out. So if you have a hard time thinking about the buckets, you can try to tie them to a day too.
Exactly. All right. So I'm going to drop the link. We did tell them about our full content theme training.
Oh yeah. So this was just high level. We did a full training in our Take Action series last year. So we have pulled that, and instead of paying for Take Action, we're going to give you that one for free. If you are stuck, if this didn't give you enough ideas, we actually went a lot more in depth on that. So are you going to drop the link here? You did. Yay. Awesome. All right. So the link is here. So that's going to give you access to the full hour. It's going to give you also the access to understand what our Take Action trainings are about. So they were 50, wonderfully led by Jessica and I.
I mean, by Julie and I.
So yeah, workshops that we did once a week. So there were 50 of them last year, and it's everything under the sun to help you grow your business. Typically, they're sort of a one and done type thing. You learn it and then you put it into action. Some things you only had to do once, and once it was done, you could forget it. And other things, it's like a lifetime of aha for you. Like we did Facebook. We did most of the networks. We covered email marketing, we covered creating a freebie, all of the things for attraction marketing that when you start your business, and everybody's like, there's all the things. Like, and you can't possibly do all of the things in, the first week you're open. So we broke them down and covered them. So a content theme was one of them. So go watch that if you need more help.
And so I find that we get some questions and there's a little confusion about how daunting it can seem. Like, oh, why do I need 50 trainings? Well, it's not 50 trainings that you're going to take over the next week and a half. These are trainings that Julie and I sat down last year and we created one each week based off of what we saw our small business owners struggling with or needing solutions to the most. So it's more like lifetime access, self-paced, learn these 50 things as you can so you can get a quick win.
Exactly.
So that's what it's all about is learn the thing, take the 45 minutes to learn the thing. We teach you, walk you through it, and then you have a resource that's going to help you go and take action.
Exactly. And do the thing. So that's where the reward is in the doing.
Who else loves crossing things off their list?
Oh, me. But I'm laughing at Nikki Brooks, Savita. It's not daunting if you watch or listen at 2X, LOL. Jessica, I'm going to send you something I just saw. I guess because we talk about it so much. So 2X. So I sound pretty good on 2X, I think. And I've trained my brain to hear it better. So like I want to speed everything up to 2X. Jessica's not a 2Xer.
Now she's just making up stuff to fit her narrative.
Nope, I'm going to send it to you. It was, you can train your brain to listen at 2X or faster speed. There's 4X. I can't do 4X, but there's 4X now. Do more in less time. That's basically, I'm going to find it for you, but it's a thing. Edith says, I've also started doing Makeover Monday, Tip Tuesday, Favorite Friday, and Self-Care Saturday in my group primarily. But I do use those posts also sometimes. See, I love it. And that's a great way just to sort of anchor and get people to expect, to look for your content. The more you can get them to start looking for it. And I say all the time, I used to do a question of the day. And if I ever skip that question of the day, man, I get called out. Like, where is your question? Like, we are waiting. So that sort of helps anchor your content. You don't have to do it. I like the unexpected too. So.
Exactly. All right. So that's the first half of Coffee and Questions. That was our little tidbits on content themes. If you want the full training, like we said, it's for free. You can go watch it right there and you put your email in and it'll pop up on the webpage there and you can watch the entire training and get some really amazing stuff.
And there's a resource there.
Takeaways.
Yeah, there's a resource there too, a little printout that helps you to plan your content theme.
But the second half of Coffee and Questions is about you. So if there's any win you want to share, we actually shared some wins yesterday in an email. It was fun. I got to send out an email sharing a few wins that we had. Or if you just have a question that's not about content themes, this is when it can be about content themes if you want to continue that conversation. But this is the part of Coffee and Questions where it's your questions or your wins or things that you would like to share. Oh man, Heather has a fabulous question. I love this one. How do you find time to do all the social media content, create all the products, shipping? Fortunately, we don't have shipping. Website upkeep of wholesale retail shops. So I can't speak to shipping or upkeep for. Actually, Julie probably can because she back in the day did some sites for the wholesale or retail shops.
I still do now. Yeah. I've got a huge two in the hunting niche, and they have to do all the things. So with regards to, I think it's priority, number one. And I think if we just talked about content themes. So I think if you can get a handle and come up with a theme for your content, and then you can batch it. So I can't believe we didn't talk about batching today. It always comes up, but basically batching, doing a whole lot of it at one time and then using a scheduler like we have, the Socially Inclined dashboard, that if you load it all up, it'll go out for you at the right time to all the networks at one time. So that obviously saves you a ton of time. You can repurpose content. You can recycle content. So like in our dashboard, you can set up a queue. And when that queue, let's say you have 24 items in it, and you've got it set to post twice a week, in 12 weeks, it can be set to recycle. So it can shuffle and then repost again. If you're a heavy poster, most people reach is low. So people get all bent out of shape. Oh my gosh, I've already posted that. Well, if you have 100 people that like your page, and maybe only 3 to 5 have seen that content, wow, that's a whole 95 that didn't get to see it. It's okay for it to post again. So, and again, the second time you can add a better call to action to try to get a different response and try to get it opened up to more people as well. So, and I would say too, to answer that question, to have a set time, because you only have a finite amount of time during the day. Then social media needs to be at the top of that. That is the attraction part. That is people bringing sales in. So you need to set a time to work on that every day. Obviously, you have to ship the products as well, or, you won't be getting any more orders. You'll get bad reviews, but a time for everything. Jessica's our resident blocker. We did intake action. We actually did a productivity. So if you have the Take Action training series, that might be a good one to watch as well.
That's because I don't need no 2X.
Because she ain't watching any training. So I do watch a lot of training too. So with social media, it is moving quickly. So I watch a lot of training. I multitask. Jess is not a multitasker, but I do watch training while I'm building websites and doing the things. I'm always listening to some training. So hopefully that answered your question, Heather. I think it was Heather. I'm trying to look at the comments again.
Oh yeah, so Heather, it was Heather. First of all, sorry.
Oh yeah, she says she was trying to do all the social media in one day for the week. Yes, I definitely suggest that, because then it's harder. Why we talk about batching all the time is it's so hard to get in that zone, and then do one piece of content and then get into another zone. So if you can block that, and do 10 pieces of content, or how many ever you can knock out in that time, then you're already in that creative, and you're not wasting time getting in and out of the zone.
Exactly.
Let's see, what else?
Nikki said, I'm a multitasker. I'm a mom and a wife. It's more like I'm a mom and I work, because the whole Justin, he's gone a lot of the time for work as well. So I don't feel like he pulls too much. Let me put it that way.
It doesn't require a whole lot of.
It's the and he's like super low maintenance.
Oh, hey Pam. Pam's here from the zone. She says, I know, I love the zone. So the zone, I'm shout out to Pam. Pam does remote work. She's a remote work expert. Man, I can't talk. And she has a community called The Zone, where you get in and you collaborate. Sort of like this, you work together. So, and it's an awesome place. So thezonecommunity.com. What a shout out for her.
You put everyone on mute and you just work and knock things out.
Yep. I mean,
that would be what I'd have to do, because I could not listen to anybody talk.
Most of it is that. So it's just the accountability of having someone there if you need to ask questions, to bounce an idea off. But I think most people do stay on mute a lot of the time and have their head down. They set a goal to do something. So, and then they knock it out. So it's sort of time blocking with someone there in case you need them. Glad you could join us today, Pam.
Yeah, welcome, Pam. Heather, usually my SM posting was on Monday, and now she switched to Friday to get her focus for the following week. Yeah, that's something that I've had to do too, because Socially Inclined has become such a dinosaur, elephant, Good kind of elephant, the big kind of elephant with lots of moving parts. That was not the best metaphor. Anyway, I have started to like Friday more because Mondays are just pure chaos. And if I do it all on Friday, things just, we know what we're going to be covering the next week, and it's good. I like it. Exactly. Friday is a good strategy if you can swing it. And whenever I don't get a Friday for whatever reason, I'm definitely feeling it throughout the week. Today, Jate has a question that's not about content.
All righty.
Do you have any resources that guide you through adding a lead magnet to a Shopify website? A TAT, perhaps?
I had talked about going back and adding a video to that TAT because so many people use Shopify. So I don't think...
But we can.
Yeah, I don't think it's in there, but I can. Jate, please reach out. I will use yours as an example and do it for you. So reach out and chat, and I will do that. And I will record it if you don't mind me recording the back end of yours. That will be served for everyone else. Jate, we did a lead magnet for Jate. No, did we actually do it? No, she did hers in Take Action in our Take Action course. No, we did one. Or did we pretty it?
I think we did do one for Jate, but she did show up to all those Take Actions.
Yes. Anyway, so we owe Jate one. So I will hook it up for you.
And then everybody else can learn.
Yep. The one to many. Let's see. All right. Any other questions?
Yeah. Nothing says we have to go till 12.
Yep. So, and if we do, whether we cut earlier or not, content themes, and feel free to drop yours here. If you've been thinking about it while we're, chatting here, feel free to drop it. And if you're on replay or later on, just come back and drop them. I'd love to see what they are. And if you do that, tell us what your niche is. We know a lot of you, but the other people might not know you, especially the people catching it on replay. So drop whatever your niche is and then what your buckets are.
All right, I'm dropping that link again for the content theme training. Heather, daughter has college conference swim meet Friday to Sunday. That would definitely be
That'd be a do it on Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can take it. I'm the laptop lifestyle, so my laptop is with me with lots of places. So,
there's no way I would have my laptop out even pretending to try to work at a swim meet.
Oh man,
I'd be handing out Capri Suns and tangerines or something.
If it's in all the not like during the thing, but like when they're getting ready and all that stuff, I definitely work while I'm out. I've got pictures. I need to start posting more on my personal, but like me with the laptop in lots of places, I need to start posting all those in the RV, in the boat, in all the places that you can work. I don't necessarily remember we talked about work-life balance. I'm working on it.
Exactly.
Oh, Pamela said hers: create, automate, delegate, eliminate. My niche is remote work. Awesome. And she would be attracting people like all of us that are here, entrepreneurs, anyone that's working from home, not necessarily corporate, but even corporate can use those tips.
Yeah. Although I would think of maybe adding something a little bit less working in there, just to kind of broaden your reach a little. We talked about the net a lot. I don't know how long you've been on, Pam, but we talked about broadening the net. And I know that that's actually your strategy or your philosophy on remote work. So I would broaden that with maybe one more that has nothing to do with remote work per se, but maybe work-life balance or things like that to kind of help keep people engaged who maybe don't realize that they need remote work help.
Right. Because not everybody realizes that they need it. So if you're putting out other content, that is even, again, like life hacks, things around the home, organizing,
Yeah.
anything to deal with home, family, kids, anything like that, because those are your people. Those are who you're trying to attract. So what would something that's not work related that you could put out that would entertain them, might be a better way to say that.
Yeah, she says joy.
Joy.
If that's I would have a hard time with joy because it doesn't seem specific enough to me. But if joy is specific enough to you to where you can come up with loads of content about it at any time, then that one is your fifth one. Good job. Awesome, Heather. Your kid's seated in all of her events. Yeah, you'll be screaming your head off.
I wouldn't have my computer. I wouldn't have my computer there then. All right. Nikki has a question. Casting my net. I need a new laptop. Any suggestions? Going to start working from a cigar lounge and yacht club. Yes. How do I get into the golf club? Do you need a membership? It depends.
Is that a real question? I have a hard time believing it.
New laptop. So there's always the Mac people. I'm a Windows, so I use Surface. I wish I could turn it around and show y'all, but you can't. So I've always had Surface Pros because they're so light and you can pick them up and go anywhere. I get the biggest whatever because I do a lot of stuff with it. Any of them that you can buy, even the lowest of those is good. I bought the new Surface laptop recently so I can have more video editing power. And
meanwhile, I'm over here killing it on a Surface Pro 3 that's been passed down through like 4 different people.
That was my favorite computer and it burned up. That she doesn't have mine, but we had one at the same time. I've had a 6 and a 7 and now the laptop Surface since then because laptop lifestyle. I use it all day, every day, everywhere.
I'm ready to upgrade, but Julie has me scared because she keeps saying that 3 was her favorite. And I have the 3 and the 3 seems to be working just fine for me. And I don't have to have 592 tabs open at one time like Julie does. So it works out for me. I'm all about the Surface. I like it a lot. And I've tried a few Macs and I just can't do it. I can't. My brain, maybe I'm just not smart enough. I don't know.
I just had a call right before this with someone, and I say it a lot: is go with what you know. Trying to change from Windows to iOS or to Mac or whatever is just hard, and it takes so much time. People swear once you do it, you'll love it and you'll never go back. But that in between time, when it's so crucial to get the stuff done that you've got to get done, it's just hard to switch over. When I get just going from one computer to the next computer, this new computer I got it in November and I have just started using it because I got to have it like I like it. All the stuff on it. I don't know. But back to your question, any computer that you can buy today, I would get at least 8 gigs of RAM and a decent size hard drive. You're going to be fine. So I would say at least 8 gigs of RAM. And they don't make one that would fail you as long as it had that. So it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters what brand. Yep, I work on my phone a lot too. The learning curve is pretty rough.
Yeah, I'm really glad that a lot of things can be done on your phone.
Yeah,
I like the functionality of Canva. I like the fact that you can design something beautiful and intricate on your desktop and open your phone seconds later and download it onto your phone. That to me is priceless, especially when you're doing Instagram work.
Yeah, and you can design them from your phone just to say.
Oh, you can.
It's just not as easy. Once it's again learning curve. Yeah, so you need one of the Microsoft Duos to open up, or you need the Samsung Fold, and you got a little more room maybe to work with. But I've done it. I've had to do it. I'm the one forever getting the calls of I need a piece of content yesterday. So I'm out and about doing something, so I'll stop and make their content.
Yeah, that's definitely the time to work from a really fabulous template.
For sure. And that's why when we when we have customers that we do done for you content, we make a ton of templates on the beginning, on the front end. And whether we use them or not, they're there for you.
Yeah, I love Jate's comment. I imagine switching to a Mac is the equivalent of me trying to figure out Trello. Hard and complicated for no damn reason.
What? I don't know. We're going to have a Trello class. I don't understand what's hard about Trello.
I
But
I do. I hate that Kanban view. I mean,
you hate it?
Yeah.
Oh, everything I want Kanban. Like I am whatever it's called. That is me. I'm a visual. Maybe it's the difference in the people. We need to do a little study. I'm a visual person and I need to see all my stuff. On my desk, I have stacks. So
Yeah,
I need to see it. Yeah. So seeing it in Kanban view, I can know where I'm at. On our productivity, we talked about the 90-day, and I was like, so my Kanban just runs off the page, and it's Jessica fusses because I have way past 90 days. I got 180 days out there of stuff to do, but it's on there. I won't forget it because it's on the view.
Hey, first of all, hey Riley, so good to see you.
Hey Riley,
glad you chimed in.
We're gonna have to do a Trello.
Jate, I feel you, girl. Maybe I'm not that smart. Jate is a professor at Columbia University in New York.
Way smart.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm smart because I got a bunch of BS behind me. Actually, that's true.
Tell how smart you are.
But there are some things like that, like silly things like that, Jate, that if it doesn't jive with your I feel like Jate and I learn the same way. Just knowing what I know about her, it can really make you feel like a moron. Things like that. Like when I try to use an Android phone, that's where I am, because I just like I had the Razr flip phone, and then I started on an iPhone 4, and I never switched over. So it's kind of like the same thing, I guess.
I would say though, that is a moment because, people do business with people. So Jate, Dr. Jate,
yeah,
that is a moment that she can embrace and actually be. So people might be intimidated by the fact that she's a doctor and all that she knows. So to be able to put a post out with a struggle like that would actually that's casting a net, and pulling people in. That is being approachable, with authentic. So I would love to see you put a post out like that today. Anyone.
Exactly.
My struggle is my tabs because I need to see them again.
Like I could learn Mandarin Chinese, but I can't figure out an Android.
It's because it's the same as the Mac. It's the go with what you know. So I use an Android, and when I go to clients all the time, so I'm forever somebody's handing me their phone. Of course, most of the time it's an iPhone, so I have to stay up on it. But it takes a minute to come back. I've been Android for quite a while. They're just different, so don't feel bad.
Exactly. Heather is a visual, but on paper that can take notes, write ideas, and cross things off. I think that's me too. I will write something down well before I log into Trello or pull up OneNote. Julie forces me to use OneNote, so I've had to embrace that to an extent. But I much prefer to take notes just on a piece of paper. And I realize that that's not the best because a lot of times I find myself flipping back 15, 20 pages to try to remember what the to-do list was for Grit, Grind, and Grace or Take Action or this new training that we're supposed to be doing. But that's the way I work as well, I think.
Heather says she has 80 tabs open on her phone and 18 on her computer. Girl, you ain't got nothing.
No, Julie's not trying to brag. She's that's just real. People cannot believe it. Lauren could not believe it when she came on board and the first time they screen shared.
There's you can't even see them all. They're run off the side. And my phone, your phone stops at 99. It won't show anymore as to how many you have. I will randomly go in and close some here and there, but my computer tab situation, I have at least 5 windows open at all the time, and one of them has 96 tabs in that one window. The others have anywhere from 20. They're organized, so I've got 20 that are web work people I'm working on. If I don't see them, I am visual.
Exactly.
So, and my son yells all the time, "Close your tabs! You're killing the internet." Like, I don't think it works that way, but he swears it does.
Edith, I just want to go back and acknowledge your comment because I liked it. She works from her computer or iPad and reserves her phone for just her personal enjoyment, life, work balance.
I like it.
Man, I got a girl crush on that one.
Yeah, me too.
Because but I have worked in a very strict, my phone does not go in the bedroom because if I bring it in there with me, I will lay in bed and just scroll. So I had to be very firm with myself on that one.
But I'm only in my bedroom when I'm sleeping, so I get in bed, I go to sleep, I get up. So I don't carry mine to bed either. But Grit, Grind, and Grace, since you mentioned it here, anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, we are all things struggle with
happening.
Work-life balance. So I'm going to Grit, Grind, Grace. We will be ramping this up a whole lot in the next week or two. But you can check it out for now. It's got some resources. It's going to have a lot more resources. It's a business directory. It's a place for you to connect with other people like you, like all of us that are here now. So,
oh, you did share it. Nice.
I did.
Yep. I think that's it. But we are still very excited about Grit, Grind, and Grace. We just had a few hiccups.
Yep.
And there's a lot. There's a lot.
There's a lot. But we have people that have already signed up and got their directory listing going. So again, it's a place where you can network and do business with other people. It's another place to cast your net, show all the services that you do. You can write articles there. You can load up videos there. You can load your podcast there. You can all the things. Load your products. Mary Alice. Is Mary Alice here? I'm trying to look back on
she was earlier. I don't know if she's still on.
I think she's got 37 products loaded. So go check out Mary Alice. Check out Sandy Job Campbell there. Exactly. She is a network marketer in skincare. She's got her profile like she likes it. So go look for her.
For sure.
All right. Do we have anything else?
I don't think so.
I've enjoyed this. Yep, I've enjoyed this coffee and questions. So I enjoy them all though.
Yeah, for sure. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to, if you like this video, to share it with your friends. Come get in our group. That's always a fun place. If you're not in our group, if you're not watching this from the group, make sure that you head that way so that you can join us there.
Exactly. And we will be back next week for
Marketing Monday.
Exactly. We will not say what the topic is yet.
That's because we don't know. Friday, tomorrow, we will have.
You know why? Because we put out a Friday recap email that at the end talks about what we're doing next week. So, which is accountability. So we have to do it. So
exactly.
Marketing Monday, content class is on Tuesday. If you don't know what content class is, that is a part of Academy. It's only $15 a month. And we tackle a live topic and then back again live on Thursdays for office hours or coffee and questions.
Exactly. I had to call you out for acting like we had everything together. We don't know yet, but we will talk about something extremely useful.
Oh, I was going there. I was going there. So because you need to know, it is a struggle for all of us. So if you're struggling, most people are too. So don't look at the perfectionism that you see on Instagram and all the places. All your competitors, no, they're struggling just as much as you are. So And it's good to be in a place that you can share your struggles, to know that you're not the only one that doesn't have it 100% together. I think that's a myth. I know that's a myth.
Yeah. All right, everyone, have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.
All right. Bye-bye.